So let's talk about bows. I know, what can be more exciting than bows? But I've really been trying a couple of different techniques on how to actually, sort of make bows really simple. I used to make bows with my mom, honestly, years ago. My mom and I'm sure she's watching this and being like, yes, we used to make so many bows. There's complicated ways to do it. There's really easy ways to do it. So today I'm just sharing with you, honestly, for me, the simplest one that I could do. I think the key when you are making a bow is use a wired ribbon. So the ribbon that I'm using is from Costco. So I got a huge amount for a really inexpensive price. I think it was $7. And it's a really nice, thick, again, rustic looking ribbon, and you can really use it anywhere. I've used it on a wreath kind of hanging outside more on like our railing, but I'm probably going to be redoing our wreath on our front door. I made it a few years ago with some materials that I got from like Michael's and AC Moore and some different decor places. And I like it, but I'm kind of a bit over it. Like I sort of want to switch it up a little bit. So I might do some different bows, and I can kind of show you how to do those as well too. If that's something you guys want to see, comment below, that would be awesome. But I sort of want to just do a bit of a refresh. But this again is just a tutorial on a really, really simple way to make a bow. So if that's something that interests you and you really want to know how to make a bow on your own, because they can kind of be expensive to actually buy in the store. So please keep watching this video. If you're liking my content so far, subscribe, and then also click that little bell next to the subscribe button. That'll just notify you when I have a new video. And then also just click the like button if you're liking the DIYs, the tutorials that I've been doing. So let's get into the video and learn how to make a simple bow. Okay, so let's make some bows. So I've got this relatively, I would say it's like more of a thick type of ribbon that I got from Costco. I left about a foot length at the end. And then the most important thing is that you're just gonna make sure that your loops are even. So really just try and measure that the loops kind of on one side are even with the loops on the other side, which you'll see me doing here. Then you're just gonna continually do that sort of back and forth. I typically do between kind of 8 to 10 loops. And again, you can make these as long or as short as you like them. It's obviously gonna change the sort of size of your bow, but you want to make sure that you're just keeping things even. That's the most important thing. Another thing to note with this is that if you do have a ribbon that only has the detail on one side, each time that you do the ribbon in the center and kind of they meet in the center, you're going to actually have to flip it and sort of just twist the rope. The biggest thing too, just you want to make sure that you're holding that center nice and tight and just making sure that everything stays together. So here I'm not doing any type of twisting, but as I said, you just want to make sure that the actual detail is on the outside. So just keep that in mind depending on what type of ribbon that you have. But for me, with this being the same on both sides, it didn't matter to me. So now I'm just cutting the end so that it's equal with the other tail and kind of sort of pulling those together so that they're on the same side. I'm using a floral wire just to twist in the center. You could also use a pipe cleaner if you have that, if you have something neutral or a similar color to what you're doing, but I only had fluorescent colored ones, so I thought that this just looked a little bit more neutral, and I had some floral wire. So I'm just going to kind of fluff now, taking the different loops, putting them in different directions. Again, this is where the wired component really helps, and I'm just trying to kind of fluff it. And once you get it attached to whatever you're doing, you can obviously take your time and sort of fluff it and make it look whatever way you want it to look. Then I like to cut the ends in this, make sure that they're even. And then I'm going to be cutting them into this triangular pattern. I just find it sort of finishes the bow off nicely, but you could just do a straight edge, whatever you sort of like. I just tend to finish them off this way. And then you are all finished with your bow. That's really it. Super simple. So there's my like less than 5-minute bow tutorial on just how to kind of, again, if you wanted to add something to like a wreath that you have, or add it to, again, maybe a present. We used to do that too. My mom and I used to make so many bows. We would actually attach them to different presents just to make them look a little bit extra special. So as you can probably tell and see, and I'm sure she's watching this, my mom taught me a lot of this stuff and was just someone that always put that extra effort in and kind of went over the top. So if you liked this bow tutorial, again, thumbs up, and keep watching for more Christmas content.